Welcome everyone, it's Glacier Guy, rocking Glacier as always. Back with a studio update. Today is Sunday, it's near the end of February, and we just had a week off. That's why I got a nice little beard here. Took some vacation time. My fiance came to visit, and let's see, 3D printing. It's the first topic. So my Anycubic Viper that I had and was a pretty solid workhorse since spring to late summer, early fall, before it finally just stopped working. I got replacement parts finally shipped out for it, put the replacement parts in there, it still gave me the same problem. And at this point I had done so much troubleshooting and had bought so many things to try to fix the Viper that I just said, no, we're good. We're gonna wash our hands of the Viper, and we got ourselves a Creality Ender 5 Plus. Now the Creality Ender 5 Plus is a little bit of a different workhorse. It's not as plug and play. There's a lot more setup, mostly in the leveling department, and just getting everything all squared away. So that is going to take a little bit more time before we get. Was able to successfully print one owl. So I was able to print one owl that turned out all right. It wasn't a perfect print, so we're still got a lot of tweaking to do. And but aside from that, it's working okay. I do need to install some new firmware on it. Get the leveling to where I want it to be and consistent before we can start printing terrain on it. But we do have a new printer, and so that's good. Project-wise, so the space, the Christmas wolves, so the space wolves, I put them aside for now. I want to work on the Sisters of Battle army. And I got a few other things in the mail. We went, obviously, with the new World Eaters release, we got the World Eaters Codex. We picked up Angron, because looking at what World Eaters models I already have, I was able to make a 2,000 point list just adding Angron. So we have 30, well, the army list is going to have 29 or 28 Khorne Berserkers, because we had originally 3 squads of 10 and 3 Rhinos, but we want Karn and the Master of Execution, we want them to ride around in the Rhinos too, so we're going to take 2 of those Khorne Berserkers out. So 28 Khorne Berserkers, 2 Spawn, Angron, 3 Predators, 3 Rhinos. These are just models I had before, so that's why we're going to be taking the Predators. Also, I think a little bit of shooting's not a terrible idea. And then I think that might be it. But we'll have to look into what it is. But it's not a very big list for World Eaters, but it does have a lot of Khorne Berserkers, and of course you got Angron, so you're good to go. No 8-pound. I'm not a huge fan of the 8-pound. I kind of wish that some of the models, they have a very Wolfen look to their faces, and I'm just not a huge fan. If I'm going to do the 8-pound, I'm going to be mixing like possessed kits. I really want to go lean into like the demonic takeover, but I have no need for 8-pound at this moment. So I picked up Angron. We finally got 2 boxes of Kasrkins. My plan is to make one of the boxes competitive, so to speak. I was going to lean into double plasma, double hotshot volley gun for just insane amounts of fire. But I was thinking with the other squad, I was actually kind of leaning into double Melta, double flamer. We're not 100% sure. I haven't sold myself on that yet. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure out what we're going to do. But we got 2 boxes of Kasrkins from the pre-order. Those showed up. The only Warhammer thing that I am waiting to get for me to order is I'm waiting for the Kill Team Blooded, the Traitor Guard. I've been waiting for them to come back in stock, and they're out of stock everywhere. This is the annoying thing. So they're in stock on the UK store. So the GW UK store and the GW Rest of the World store, you can buy the Kill Team Blooded. And it looks like from just like different shops and stores online, they expect a restock soon. Some stores are quoting restock of 3 March. So we'll see how that works out. That's this coming Friday. I really want to get a hold of 3 boxes of Kill Team Blooded because they're going to be for my Chaos Space Marines, which what we're going to be doing is the original plan was to finish the Christmas Wolves and then go on to the CSM. What we're going to do is we're going to do the Sisters of Battle, and then we're going to go on to the CSM. And that's why I want the Traitor Guard, because I want the Traitor Guard to be a troops choice in the Chaos Space Marines. And then after that, we're going to figure out what we're going to do. maybe go back and finish up the Christmas Wolves, or move on to some sort of guard. Probably guard. I finally got a lot of guard in because I got Casterkins. I got another box of regular Cadian shock troops in. I got plenty of tanks and everything, so we might go on to work on the guard some more, which would be nice. We have a Baneblade and everything that needs to get painted up, so we got plenty of models to work on. But yeah, let's now for the most immediate recent future coming in. We're gonna be working on the Sisters of Battle. Now I'm gonna flip the camera around, zoom in, and show you this rather colorful Sackerson squad. So let me set it up. All right, as you see, we have a 5-man squad Sackersons. They're equipped with bolt pistols. The superior has a Spear of the Faithful, and the rest of them have the Anointed Halberds. Obviously, you can see that they're all painted different colors, and I'll explain that. So moving forward for the next few weeks or months or however long it takes, I will be assembling the Sisters of Battle army, and then she will be picking how they want to be painted, what color schemes they want to be, and then I'll paint them and I'll show you guys. With this 5-man squad, we had recently watched the Care Bears movie. She's really into Care Bears and She-Ra and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. She's really like kind of into the older cartoons and a lot of the newer stuff too. And so I was like, all right. And we were trying to figure out what kind of color scheme we wanted to paint her Sisters of Battle. And in my mind, I was like, well, it should be a unified color scheme, just because coming from Warhammer. But I did lean back on my original first army. So my original first army, well, my first army was Tau, and then I got rid of Tau, and then then I tried Space Marines for a little bit, like everybody does. And then eventually I had to move, and I didn't bring my army with me, and then my brother sold my army. So when I finally got back into the game, for like the 4th time, I picked up Tau again because I like Tau, and I think they had just gotten a newer release. And I was really into I watch anime now, but not nearly as much as I used to. I used to watch way more anime, and I was living in Japan at the time, and so I was like, and Naruto was really popular. This is before Shippuden or Boruto. This is just old school original Naruto, and so I painted my first. Probably my second or third Tau army I painted based upon the Naruto. So like the Devilfish were all painted one color, and the Fire Warriors were painted. So they're all like, whatever different tribes from the show. So I was like, yeah, my first army wasn't a uniform color scheme either. And then the first army that I made that was a unified color scheme were my Space Wolves that I painted in red because I wanted red Space Wolves, which is kind of funny. But and I don't have any of these armies anymore. I think the oldest army that I have is my Guard, and I only have some of those models. All the infantry from my old Guard are gone, and I replaced with new infantry. But either way, anyway, so I was like, all right, we can paint them whatever you want. It's your army. Like paint them however you want. Or I'll paint them however you want. And so we had just watched Care Bears, and I was like, I can paint them as Care Bears if you want, as a joke. And she's like, you can? And like the way her face lit up, just like the look in her eyes when I said I can paint them as Care Bears was enough for me to be like, all right, I'm painting them as Care Bears. I was like, we've sold. That's what we're doing. And so yeah, what we have here is I might get the names wrong, but I think we have Tenderheart Bear, Cheer Bear, Share Bear, Grumpy Bear, and Wish Bear. I believe that's what they're called. I could be wrong. So we went with brown, purple, or brown, pink, purple, and then the kind of a grayish blue, and then went with the green. Kind of looks like a Death Guard green. I kind of like it. We went gold on the Sacrosanct. I was going to do gold on the green, but I kind of liked when I just kept the silver for the regular troops. But so we have the heart symbol on the front, but the rest of them, just because the way the cloaks shimmered, I put all the rest of the freehand on the back. Now I haven't done freehand like this in a long time or ever. So yeah, this freehand's a bit bonkers. Let me see if I can bring these up. So the original older Share Bear. Let me see if I can get this to focus. Okay, so the original Share Bear had a little milkshake with some hearts, so I tried really hard to get a little milkshake because it was like a purple glass with pink and everything. So I think I did all right. Those little antennas are the straws. The hearts are actually surprisingly not hard to do freehand. And then we have for Cheer Bear, she has this little rainbow, but like I couldn't get the rainbow the way I wanted it to, so I just put it on the corner here. I think it came out all right. Obviously, Tender Heart Bear has the heart on the back and on the front. Grumpy Bear with his with her little, here we go, little rain clouds, and then in the rain clouds there's little hearts. These are from some of the older art from the older Care Bears. I'm not sure about the newer versions. Now Wish Bear, this shooting star the stars were actually a lot more fun to paint than I thought they were going to be. And then the shooting star with the orange and the two different yellows was really complements the green, and I really like it. So I hope you guys enjoy my little foyer into this freehand adventure. So yeah, what we're going to be doing next, what I have planned for today is I have a box of novitiates sitting on the table. And I'm going to be, after I finish filming this, I'm going to go assemble the novitiates. And yeah, just kind of work my way. I'm gonna assemble the army, and then once the army is assembled, then I'll pick the color schemes, or I'll have her pick the color schemes, and then we'll get into painting them. So I hope you guys look forward to this interesting journey. It's gonna be a little over 2,000 points, not quite 3,000 points yet. We're gonna have Morbin Ball and a bunch of other cool characters, and you'll see it. And then eventually we'll add Celestine and other things to it. But I think it's gonna turn out pretty well. So stick around for the journey, and hope you guys enjoy. Other than that, if you like the channel, hit the like button, subscribe, and if you want to see more of this is what's going to be coming down the pipeline for the next little bit. This is Sisters of Battle, and let's see. If you want to help support me, aside from just like and following, I have a link to my novel. It's like $2, I think. I think I have it for $2 on it's like, or 99 cents or something like that. It's pretty cheap for ebook. The paperback's still expensive because they have to print the paperback. But aside from that, hope you all enjoy, and I will see you around. Goodbye.